Hey everybody, it's your girl Shelly Shell, Philly's Oprah, right here in a single on a Saturday night. It's a special day because I get to talk to you, my friend, longtime friend, and we're going to talk about Before Empire, the book.
Yes.
Now, understand, I knew her before Empire. I mean, how many years ago was that?
Well over 10 years. Well over 10
And
years.
I'm only 21.
Oh yeah, me too.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Well over 10
yes,
years.
when I started my first group chemo.
Oh.
So yes, it was a long time.
It's a long time ago. So when you were doing groups and everything like that, did you ever think that it was going to be like this, that your son was going to blow up like this? Remember the time that we were at the Temple University trying to get at Charlie, and now all of a sudden he's working with Charlie? Did you ever think that?
Well, I believe I spoke stuff into existence. I always believed in my son, and I knew the capability that I had to get him to where he was. Actually, my group chemo got signed was getting ready to get signed to Missy Elliott, but they broke up. So I knew what I can do. And actually, the situation with Charlie was that he really didn't want to be his manager because he was dealing with another artist. And then once he saw, you know, the artist development stages of what I did for my son, that's when he came about and said, well, you know, I can, whatever I can do for y'all. And then we decided that we would co-manage, and then I decided to branch off because I'm doing my own thing now. So.
You are doing your own thing. I see that. The book, tell me about, what made you decide to do the book?
What inspired me to do the book was my foundation, Miss Berry Cares Foundation, because of everything that I went through as a single parent and dealing with domestic violence, depression, dealing with a child with a disability such as ADHD, and kind of like doing it on my own. I did have some support, but at the end of the day, it's your child. And I wanted to encourage parents and inspire parents and just let them know that, yes, I went through all the things that you probably are going through, and you too can get through it, because storms don't last. It is all about putting your faith, putting it all into your faith first, and just educating yourself on whatever it is your child is going to do. It can be career-driven or medical-driven.
So how did Yazz feel about putting his life out there, meaning as far as having ADHD? How did he feel about putting that out there?
Well, for one, he does charity work like around the holiday times, and he does it a lot, and he spoke about it. So once he spoke about it, it became fair game for me. So it's not nothing in the book that I haven't discussed with him. It actually, the 302 part, I didn't put in the book until after the fact because I wasn't sure how comfortable he would be with that. And once we talked about it, because he talked about it to the kids, I put it in there because I felt like this is something that parents need to know. Sometimes we do get desperate and we are trying to save our children's lives, and sometimes you do have to do things that you may feel like you're going to be ridiculed about, but it's all about your children and protecting yourself and educating yourself, and that's what I did, and that's why I put it in there.
Absolutely. Andria Mayberry, Before Empire. You can go where to pick it up?
Barnes & Nobles, Books A Million, Target and Walmart online, ebooks, iBooks, just everywhere, and I have copies as well.
So, like, just between you and as friends, because we definitely friends. So, how does life change? What, like, we used to be just around all the time. So, how has life changed? What's really different right now than before?
Just being safe, because I'm still working. I'm not saying that I still live where I live. But, I'm just still a normal person. I'm just trying to get the word out there and just trying to get parents to be better advocates for their children, because it's so needed. You see what's going on in this world. I work 2 jobs. I had another child. I still was able to do it with no excuses. So I just want to, if the parents need some help, the foundation, then come to the foundation. I'm in the process of remodeling it and redoing it, revamping it. But once I get it up and running once again, there are going to be a lot of resources and opportunities for parents to learn and feel welcome and understand that it's okay. It's okay that you're going through this. What are you going to do about it, though? It's a process of getting through the storm. You got to get through that storm in order to help your child be successful in whatever they're trying to do.
And believe me, success, it can happen. Like, when we came from the same streets, we came from the same era. It really can happen. And just like to know you is a great inspiration, you know what I mean?
That's because you've been there from the beginning, and you saw my grind. You saw me begging people to get them on shows, even with my other group. Like, you saw that, and you saw the work ethic. So it's just all about, educating yourself and just knowing and believing in, if it's your child, if it's your artist, if it's you, The only thing for me, just to answer your question again, is that for me being the talent, I'm used to being the manager. So it's kind of hard to manage myself and be the talent as well. So that's different for me.
But you're doing it well. She's been on the reel, you've been on radio, you've been everywhere.
Yes, that's what my son said. He said, you don't even have any PR. I said, I am the PR, but I am looking for some, so.
Hey, there you go. This is on the set, Single on a Saturday Night. We're gonna get into the show right now, but you know, this is the pre-interview. This is like, yo, this my girl. I gotta talk to. I got to do this before all them people ask questions. For real, I'm being selfish. No, I'm just kidding. I'm lying, but I'm lying. No, I ain't lying. All right, let's go. Yes. Get the book Before Empire. Anywhere books are sold. There you go.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Hello. Welcome to Single on a Saturday Night at our new location. It is The Grill, 1080 North Delaware Ave. That's right, we on Delaware Ave taking over. And this is Single on a Saturday Night. And I am single, never been married, no children, and that is my life. It just is. How about we start with you, Melisha?
It's my life as well. I'm single. Well, I have one child, never been married. Hopefully it won't be my whole entire life, but that's what it is right now.
Why are you scared? Like, you are really scared.
Single, claiming not to get married from the rest of the panel up here. Danielle and I still have our bet about who's going to go first, so we'll see what happens during the course of this year. You making any progress?
But I'm sure having a lot of fun.
Hi, I'm Tanima from the Bar Podcast. Single, the first 4 years. Been single 4 years. Done 4 years. Ready for something else after 4 years. And one child. 17.
I am Roberto. I've been everything. So right now I am involved, and we're doing it. We're making it happen.
You involved? Involved?
I am involved. I evolved. I have evolved, but I'm involved right now.
Oh, good for you. Involved is the good word.
Catrice Bailey, single, 3 kids.
That always fascinates me.
She don't look like she
right?
Any kids.
Not one kid.
Every time she says it, I'm like, oh,
No
really?
belly, no nothing.
The hate is real. I am Danielle Patterson. I am single, never been married, but, you know, we're still looking for that man that's out there ready, willing, and able to handle all of this right here.
That's right here. I don't know, relationships, I think I'm done for a while. Like, I really want to be single for a long while. Like,
Well, how long is a long while, Shelly?
I mean, already it's been 6 months, but I'm really...
That's a long while.
Content. I'm content with being single is what I'm saying. Like,
Okay.
I don't really want anything right now. If people come to me, which they do, and thank you for coming to me, but I'm explaining to you right now that
Single meaning you ain't gonna go out on no dates, or single meaning what?
I'll go out on that first date, and then I'll tell you on that first date, like, it probably won't be a second, because I don't really want to be involved. I don't want to be in a relationship. I don't want the emotions. I don't want anything that comes with it right this second. Nothing. Not even the penis.
Not even new excitement. So you're just gonna date one time, next person one time, just gonna have fun.
I'll just give you a chance, get a free meal. There's nothing wrong with that, right?
But I have a question. It depends on what you mean by single, because you're technically single until you get married.
Mm-hmm.
So
Them the rules around here.
Because I'm technically single, but
right.
I'm in a loving relationship and we're getting engaged. So I guess I'm still single.
Yes.
You're single.
Okay.
You're right. You're single until you get married. But I guess I don't want a relationship. Okay. I don't want the drama of a relationship right now. And this is the first time in my life, because I don't feel like I've been single at all. Like, I've always been in a relationship. But I'm telling you, I don't want a relationship.
But why do it have to be? A relationship don't have to be drama, though. If I'm in a fruitful, loving relationship, I'm in no drama. At all.
But look,
At all.
Thank God you found that, or God gave you that person.
Right.
But until that person comes along, then I can tell you from the door now, it's like, no.
Are you going to? The question is, are you going to be fair, FAIR, to the men that approach you?
I am very fair. That's why I go on the first date.
Or open. You got to say open.
Fair and open.
It's open.
Okay, so
you got to be
Shelley, so-
open-minded to it.
So I am not open to a relationship. I am focused on other things. However, I am open to enjoying company. I am open to having a good time. I'm open to meeting new people because all relationships are not about a man and a woman. Some relationships are just about bettering yourself, getting to know yourself, and to having a good time. So I don't close myself off and I'm like, okay, I'm not open to it. I'm gonna go on to one date because it's kind of like this. It's like, we had a girlfriend that told us when I asked her, you know, you gonna get married, and she said, well, if it don't work out, I'll just get divorced. And I said to her, that's not how you go into a relationship. If you're gonna say I do, then you need to I do. So it's the same thing. If you're saying, I'm gonna go on this one date and get my free meal, then that's really all you got. You could have got your soul fed and not just your stomach. You could have, you could have got some words to the wise. You could have got some information. You could have got, you could have met his friend who might have been the one. You never know.
That's why I said I'll go on the date and I said we'll be friends. But this is change of terms. Like every date I have been on lately has been, I want to lock you down. I want to be in a relationship. And I'm like, I remember a time when men didn't want that. Now it's like, let's be in a relationship. I want you now. You're the best. And I'm like, you don't even know me, okay? But this is where it is. So that's why I'm saying right now I have to say it. Like, I don't want this right now. I just have to say it because they really want to lock me down. Thank God, Thank God I still got it,
There's some woman out here was walking out in the street and they just like, well, can somebody want me? So, you know what I'm saying? But for me, it's just like, I haven't been in a relationship for 10 years until I met the love of my life now. And for me, I had to be open-minded to it. I had to change my thinking. And just because I might not have been ready to be in a relationship right then and there, we decided to be friends first, get to know each other, and then decided to get in a relationship. But if I wasn't open to that, then I would have shut him off. And he's a very good man. So I'm glad I didn't do that.
So Andria Mayberry, before Empire, she is the mother of Bryshere Gray, a.k.a. Yazz The Greatest, a.k.a. Hakeem from Empire. So, did you meet him before the fame? Did you meet him before all of the, fame? Did you?
No, but I did meet him through a mutual friend. It was another celebrity. It was a celebrity that introduced me to him. They are his best friend, the wife. They a couple, and they are a couple, and they I trust them. I believe in their marriage. They are true to their marriage, and when they introduced me to him, I knew that if they doing that, then it must be somebody that they felt as though. But we had some challenges in the beginning because he was also single for a long time, and so he had to wrap his mind around the possibility of being in a relationship. But I wasn't bombarding him with that. I just let him know from the door what I was accepting and what I wasn't, because a relationship might not be what you want, but this is what I want. And if that's not what you want, then we need to just be friends, and that's okay. But I'm not going to settle because this is not what you want. I'm going to let you know, and then whatever you decide to do, that's fine.
Well, I just have a question for you because you just told us that you have been single for a long time and you guys decided to be friends first. So you said it's not what I want, and you explained to him what you wanted. So
Right,
was
what
there
the goal
a point-
was.
So that was my question. So
Right.
was there a specific point when you turned that corner and decided that you wanted more?
I'm not clear on your question.
Okay, so you started with laying the foundation that you had been single for a while, you weren't really looking for a relationship, those things.
Right.
So, and then you told us that you set down some guidelines for him. This is what I'll accept, this is what I want.
Right.
So my question to you, in getting to know him, that phase when you guys were being friends, did there come a point when you, personally, you yourself, turned the corner and said, you know what, I'm interested in him as my future partner, and then you set that down then, or was it from the beginning?
No, because I didn't know him. I know me personally, I want to be in a relationship. I'm a God-fearing woman. I'm not out here I don't need extra friends. I have a lot of male friends that like my brothers or whatever. I don't need extra friends. So I want a husband from the door. I did let him know I want a husband, but because I didn't know him, we had to take time to get to know each other. And not only that, because of my life, I have to be careful. So I didn't say that to him, but I was very careful.
Mindful.
Even though he was referred, if you will. And then the other thing too was I had to have in my mind enough to give him a pass for certain things, because I had to give him time to soil his royal oats, if you will. And I'm glad I did that because I could have gave up on a good man. Sometimes you got to give them time to realize what they want to do.
Can you say that again, please?
I had to let him soil. Like I knew that he had other female friends, and I didn't take it personal because I'm a grown woman, he's a grown man, and certain things I didn't accept, and certain things I did accept because I had to give him time to, to see what he really wanted to do. Was I going to wait a year or two? No. And when I got fed up with certain things, I sat him down and said, listen, I don't like the way you move. I'm a woman of God. I know my worth. And either you're going to know what you want to do or you're not. It's no hardship or anything. We can be friends. But what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to be number 2, 3, or 4. So you can either, it's not no ultimatums, but either this is what I'm going to do because I'm going to move differently and you ain't going to like it. So basically, I sat him down at dinner and told him that I'm going to move differently, and you definitely not going to like it. So you need to make up your mind what you want to do because you're 50 years old. So you is too old to be running around trying to be young. So listen, if this is something that you want to do, I'm okay with that. But you just not going to have me 100%. We can still be friends and to be totally transparent. Whatever I want to do, I can still do. But I'm gonna move differently. So don't say I didn't tell you because I'm telling you now. And before I can finish my sentence, he was like, oh no. We are now from this point on in a relationship, and please don't hold me accountable before that. I'm cool with that.
All right.
And we have the best relationship now.
All right, we're going to go to a break and we're going to find out more. Andria Mayberry, she has the book. She is the author of the book, Before Empire. We're going to get more into that when we come back. This is The Grill, 1080 North Delaware Avenue. Thank you to Howard Gilliam Jr. He has new video productions. He does My Special Day TV every Thursday at 1 o'clock. And, of course, I love this bling today. This is AlvinaStyles.com. Check her out if you want some bling. And we're going to talk about more people because you know what? Dr. Love is here. He has the book, 3 Things Every Woman Needs to Know About a Man. And so Dr. Love is here. So let's go. Everybody, this is Shelly Show Williams. We are right here at the new home of Single on a Saturday night at The Grill, 1080 North Delaware Avenue. I think we're having a good time. What do you think?
Yes, I think we're having a great time. What you think? Maybe you should be here next month.
All right, how about you? Do you like the place?
I'm loving the new place. And actually, I'm going to tell y'all, the food is good. It is fabulous to be able to patronize a black-owned businesses that has their things on point. So many times they tell us to come out and patronize each other, but they don't have their stuff together. My burger was everything. And you know they had boardwalk fries? Boardwalk fries. And I'm out here and they're getting cold, but that's okay. Boardwalk fries with malted vinegar. I was impressed.
And she don't like when her food get cold. We about to go in there and we're going to get this food. That's how serious it is. We're going in to get the food, but join us every 4th Saturday right here at the new location. It's The Grill across the street from the Sugar House Casino, right next to the 7-Eleven. Just in case anybody gets lost, across the street from Sugar House, right next to 7-Eleven. And DJ Smooth is in the house. Come on, DJ Smooth is in the house. DJ Smooth, right? Check him out, DJ. Oh. Welcome back to Single on a Saturday night right here at our new location. This is The Grill, 1080 North Delaware Avenue, and we got a little brunch going on. We got some chicken and waffles and some cheeseburgers. Right? All the things I like. And that's what I like. That's what I like.
All natural syrup. I was very impressed with the maple syrup.
Okay.
Because I'm a syrup snob. So it's actual real maple syrup. It's not just the, Smucker stuff.
Okay, well there you go. That's the syrup endorsement. But we are here. We are talking to Andria Mayberry. She is the mother of Bryshere Gray. And he got a lot of names right here because you got to go through them all. Bryshere Gray, that's his government. And then you have his rapper name, Yazz The Greatest. And then you know him as Hakeem on Empire. And you also saw him as Michael Bivins on the New Edition story. So you're here to talk about the book, Before Empire. Like, how does that go? Like, Before Empire.
Well, as you know, our artist developed him, so I always taught him, one, don't put yourself in the box, because he wanted to be a rapper. I didn't agree to it because all I thought was gangster rap and calling people bees and hoes and all that. And I'm like, because he tried it. He did try it, and I had to get him out of that, because if you felt like you can't even have me in the studio, then that's a problem. You shouldn't be doing it. So, but I was glad of the respect. So I got him out of that, and I started to artist develop him, teach him how to dance, sing. I said, you're going to model. You're not allowed to have tattoos because you're going to put yourself in the box.
Thank
if you do
you.
that. And how I got him not to do that was threatening him to, I was going to color him black. I was going to take him, because I was his mom. He was underage. Okay, I'm going to get the doctor to color him black, and you have a black mark on you and you light skin. So that's not going to look right. But what I did was, like I said, our artist developed him, and every time he performed, like, he performed in places like the Voltage, which is very small, but I had him perform like he was at the Madison Square Garden. So we always had our band. We always had, Jimmy, he around here somewhere, but promoters used to get mad at me because I used to make them allow us to have sound checks. My dancers had to have a spot check because we had to redo things, because where we practiced at, which was smaller than where we were performing. So it's all about believing in yourself and making other people believe in you. And don't let them dumb down how you feel about your craft. And I was good at that.
Yeah, you were, definitely. So how many years from the time you started rapping to actually becoming a success? How long did that take? How long was that process? Because some people think it might have been overnight, but you were in the grind, on the trenches. How many years did that take?
He was actually 14, going on 15, because he spent almost a year without me because I didn't believe that he was serious, because he was a football player. He was actually getting scouted to play football before he got hurt. And I had to make sure, because with all the connects that I had, I wasn't going to waste it on him if he wasn't serious. He wasn't going to embarrass me. So he went behind my back to a producer that I knew and started to, rehearse with him, go in the studio. And then the guy called me because he said, I haven't seen you down here, and I know the type of parent you are. And when he let me hear the music, I said, okay, effective immediately, I'm going to be managing him. And that's how that happened. But it actually took about 3 years because I brought Charlie on, and Charlie got the call for possibly having somebody to audition. And when he called me to ask if Yazz can do it, I said yes, and Yazz didn't want to do it.
Within his development, you say his development over time, what are you most proud of his development as a man and as a talent? What is that stands out to you the most, that you sit back and say, that's my baby?
His humbleness. Humbleness, because of his disorder, he still has growth to do.
Tell us about it, because in the book you talk about...
It's ADHD, attention deficit hyper disorder. And what that entails is that they're impulsive, very impulsive, because sometimes if you're not careful with your child, can lead to illegal activities, because they're not bad kids, but they can get into trouble and then think about it later.
I know, I teach, so I know.
Yeah, and then just not being able to sit still. It's just a whole line of things. And then with that comes other disorders, like oppositional defiant disorder, which they don't like to listen to authoritative figures sometimes.
How old was he when he was diagnosed?
He was under 5, and I didn't grasp it until 5, because I didn't believe that a child under 5 can be diagnosed with that, because terrible twos. So, and then for me, I had to educate myself on it, and I had to open my mind, because if I didn't open my mind, I wouldn't be able to effectively help him. And if I didn't educate myself, I couldn't help him or the people around him, because it's not a physical attribute. People don't believe in it. They think the child is just being bad. So that makes the child angry, because they're trying to explain to the teachers or the principal or the football coach that it's something going on inside of them, but they don't know how to explain it. That's where the parents come in at. And this is why I wrote the book, because I want the parents to be better advocates. I want the parents to educate themselves so they can train everybody else in around their child.
Do you believe in medicine? I'm sorry. Do you believe in medicating the children? Because a lot of people have to be medicated. Oh.
Absolutely. But you got to educate yourself on the medication. I speak about it in my book because at one time as a single parent, what do? We worried about survival, if you will. All that other stuff that, to be real transparent, you worrying about paying bills and you just trying to pray that your child don't get in no trouble. Because I'm at work 16 hours a day, working 2 jobs. So for me, when I gave him the medication, I cooked a pot of spaghetti for 3 days, and it's supposed to last, I cooked it to last for 3 days. I come home and one day it's gone. What do? I discipline him. that wasn't the right thing to do, because the medicine suppresses, some medicine suppresses your appetite, but time he gets home, he gonna eat you out of house and home because he hasn't ate all day. That's because I didn't educate myself about the medicine at first. And then when I started to, that changed his behavior, because he's angry with me for whooping him because he was trying to tell me, Mom, I couldn't eat all day. And I'm like, well, why you didn't eat all day? He can't tell me it's the medicine because he don't know. So that's why I said you have to educate yourself on everything. And once I got that, I started to, when I went into them IEPs, which is an individual education plan, I went in with a folder and I demanded that every teacher that was involved with my son had to be there, and I would give them a folder and tells with what ADHD was, what the medication does, what were the side effects, what I expect from them. And that's what I gave them.
There you go.
So therefore, when they say no child left behind, I meant that. And then a lot of people don't know that, you know, if they don't properly inform you, and I ask for emails every other day. One time they didn't tell me that he was failing the grade, they just tried to fail him. They gave him an F. I said, oh no, you're not. You're gonna give him 30 extra days to make up all that work because you didn't give me an opportunity to get with him to get the work done.
There was no time to correct it.
And you have that right, but a lot of people don't know their rights.
Some parents don't go the extra mile. Like, you literally went the extra mile. So we're gonna find out more when we get back. But today we have AlvinaStyles.com. She's giving away this gift. This is a magazine purse. It's pretty. It actually goes with my dress. I like it.
Everything goes with your dress today, honey.
Everything goes with my dress.
Everything. The
But
dress is everything.
Normally we have like a little contest, but I know exactly who I want to give this to as a prize because it's her birthday today, and I want to say, not only is it her birthday today, she has been a supporter of Single on a Saturday Night from day one. She is the reason I know David Scott. So we're giving this to David Scott's sister, Veronica Scott. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Ronnie. This is yours. I'm not going to get up right now because that will mess up this shot right now. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like it's something in it. But anyway, this is courtesy of AlvinaStyles.com. Don't forget to check out also Rashina's store of the new Lotus Beauty Spa. That's in the Cedarbrook Plaza. So check her out for nice weave extensions, the Brazilian hair, all that good stuff. But this one, I wanted it, but I love her so much. I love Veronica. So let's go to a break right now. Welcome back to Single on a Saturday Night. And you know, when we go to break, we talk to Howard. Howard is the man. He's the one that does all the production. Did you know he worked with DOS Effects and Chubb Rock, who jumped on the scene with the lean with a hardcore dream? Did you know that? Chubb Rock? Yeah, Chubb Rock, and also Chubb Rock, because he did lose some weight. He even gave me some advice. He told me to start juicing, and I was like, yo, I can't do that. So that's why I ain't really get there yet. I was like, that's not my thing. He said, Mom, you should make it your thing. I was like, nah, I'm good. I like to eat my food. This is why we're at The Grill, 1080 North Delaware Avenue, because I like to eat my food, and I like to make sure I get some pizza, some cheeseburger, but I will go work out. But we are still here with Andria Mayberry, mother of Hakeem from Empire, Bryshere, you know, all those names that we could go through. And we were talking about before Empire, but everyone else has questions, so I'm going to shut my mouth.
I have a question actually about being an advocate.
Yes,
and I just see it because so many times attorneys end up getting involved because school districts don't respond. So one, was he in a public school? And number two, you talked about how you were able to stay on them. Did they give you access to the tools that you needed? I know that sometimes that's an issue with the resources in certain public schools.
Okay, for one, in Philadelphia, in certain states, you get a free attorney when your child has a disability.
I just wanted somebody to say this on camera so he would know.
So I utilize that. And also, when you get an IEP, they're supposed to give you a booklet who has a ton of resources. It even teaches you how to ask for a hearing in writing, the lingo, the language, the diction, everything is in there. And that's how I found my advocate who taught me on what I need to do. She got me jump started and hyped about what I need to do. And the second question is, again,
That was actually it all in one
Okay.
question. So that
Yes.
was really, I thank you for that.
You're
because That's a
welcome.
part of educating the public.
Yes.
These are things that I know, but sometimes you can't figure out how to share.
well,
So,
I'm glad that you can validate it, because sometimes people think that I
I'm one
don't
of those
know what
attorneys
I'm
that
talking
they-
about.
I'm
so-
one of those attorneys
Yes.
that they sign to your kids. So
Oh, well,
there you
good.
go.
Let's
So-
see. Let's see. I still need you. I got to talk to you later. Okay.
Well, I read your book, and thank you for writing it, because
you.
I actually have, not many people know, but I actually have, my oldest son he has autism. And so I've been through IEP meetings, I've been through the whole process, and I learned a lot from your book,
Thank
and a
you.
different way of handling his condition. So me reading this, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can relate in so many different ways
Thank you.
of just in general with him and my other children. So to teach people around him how to handle his situation, how he is. It's mild, which is amazing. I'm happy. But I've
How
seen
old was
other
he when he was
parents-
diagnosed?
He was actually 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
The doctor noticed it before I did, and I was like, hold on, what you trying to say about my child?
Yeah.
No, but
But-
that's good,
I was
because a
like
lot
that
of
too.
times early intervention is the
And
other
that's,
issue.
we went through
So-
early
Right.
intervention, how he plays correctly and properly with other children. And when I say my child is amazing, he's he's smart, he
God.
listens, he does a little bit of everything. I keep on telling him, you're going to own your own business one day, because in his mind, he's like, that's what I'm going to do.
Wow.
So,
And that's what he's going to do.
That's what
Yes.
he's going to do.
Yes.
He's speaking into the existence.
yes, and I constantly, make sure that I speak God over. I talk to him about God. He gets up and he reads his Bible. He wants to know more, and that's just all of my children. They read a lot. Like they read more than me sometimes, but and they actually got me into reading, want to read more and educate myself. But
So how long did it take you to read her book? Because this ain't like, I know you knew about it and you went right to it and read it.
I got it on Sunday, and because I have 3 kids, it's a process of trying to get your time
Oh,
to
yeah, I
read.
know.
So,
too.
but it only took me 2 days, literally. I
A
was just
lot of
like,
people have told me that.
But it-
Yes.
But it coulda took me one
Is it
day.
an easy read? Is it an engaging read?
Both.
Yes.
Both.
Yes, it
I
is.
think that is both. I mean, for me, because I wrote it, of course, I'm going to say that, and that's how I feel. But out of every time I speak to someone who has read it, and I even had somebody on Instagram inbox me and was laying me out in a nice way, because they were supposed to be at work, but they couldn't put the book down, and they said it was my fault. So, but I said it was a good thing, though. So, but I appreciate it. Thank you so
I just
much.
have a quick question for you. One of the biggest things that I've experienced with my daughter's doubt. And I want to know, for you, what advice did you give your son for him, going through this process of just doubt that he cannot do it and you believe that he could?
I always encourage him to pray first. I always encourage him to get better and get closer to God. And then the next thing is that I always encourage him that you can do it. It's nothing that you can't do. Because he didn't think that he can do this role. Because he wanted to be a rapper, and they told him that you cannot be Yazz The Greatest. And you know how long we fought to get him to where he was with Yazz The Greatest in
right?
Philly?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then they telling you can't, you got to be Hakeem for 7 seasons. He's like, oh no, I'm not getting rid of the name. So what he did was, he switched his name. He said, Mom, can I change my middle name to Yazz? And what do they call him now all day on set? Yazz. So I always told him, you figure it out. You can do what you want to do. As long as it's legal and it's positive, I'm going to support you. But I had to keep nurturing it, because kids are kids.
Yeah.
And they get discouraged, and it's up to the parents to keep standing behind them. That's what I mean by advocating. You gotta be there. I work 2 jobs. I mean, around everybody who know me know how I work. I still do it to this day. I haven't been
Or
to
you could
sleep.
be out at an event and be like, wait a minute, we got to do this, but I'm going out, I got to go to work. I mean, I
At
remember
11
that
o'clock
last
at night.
minute. Oh, I
Yes.
got to go to work. But
Yes.
I got to go to work. And she is still working right now. This is the end of this show, but when we come back, our next show next week is atheist versus Muslim versus Christian, whoever, whatever your religion is, dating and religion, and that's what we're talking. We have Taj, J-Lack, sorry. I told you whole government name, my bad. No, anyway. And then we have Dr. Love. Like I said, he wrote the book, 3 Things Every Woman Needs to Know About a Man. Can he get me, man? No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, we're coming back next week with this show. You want to be Locked in. Single on a Saturday night. Howard Gilliam Jr. new video production. Like I said, he's the man, works with celebrities. He does everything. What other celebrities do you work with, Howard? Give me one. Just give me one right now. He can't even think. That's how many it is. I just wanted you to do that. Anyway, Rashida Stewart right there at Lotus Beauty Spa in the Cedarbrook Plaza. She does my hair. I'm appreciative. And of course, AlvinaStyles.com. And next week, we have some wine for you. Ooh, we got some wine. So we're going to wind down with this wine, all right? Let's go. We're coming back. Single on a Saturday night.